Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here on the Hagenstedt map. Let's get back to reliving the glory days. I'm going to run up through here and we'll just finish this one off. We've got the slurry tanker working in the field up there, so we don't need to worry about that one. I can finish up this little bit here planting this canola. I don't think that we will get another harvest done completely. It does also mean that we're unlikely to get another hay harvest done or silage, whichever one we do. I mean, we'll make a start on it, but I don't think that we would end up finishing it completely. What we might have to do, though, is buy in a bit of straw. Now, I'm hoping that we won't have to. It does depend on how many cows we can get. Now, once we finish the planting, which is now in a minute, and I've also finished spreading that slurry on the field, which also won't take very long at all, we can start fast-forwarding time a little bit. And it's only going to be a little bit to start with. We'll fast-forward one day, and then we've got some more cows that will have turned up, some calves that will have turned up. And we can also then spend any money that we've got and go and buy a few more. So we're slowly going to just make sure that we've got enough. In theory, we might be able to start the harvest for this tomorrow afternoon. But I generally like to leave it an extra day. So we would assume that we're going to leave this an extra day. And by leaving it an extra day, that gives us a little bit longer to accumulate money from our solar panels, which in turn will allow us to buy more cows. And then for the final stretch, I'm thinking we go and borrow the money. We just borrow as much money as we possibly can, or at least as much money as we need to take us up to 1,000, maybe just like 950 cows, I don't know. I'll see how much we've done with the like if we buy like 900 cows and then we fast forward to the harvest that we'll be working on when we finish up, we can just sort of see how many cows we've got then and whether or not we need to just buy in a few more just to finish things off. And if we do, then we can take any straw that we've got out of storage and we can pop that in for the cows, and we can also take a look at what silage and other such things that we might need. Because we've got to take some silage from our fermenter and bring that round and pop that in to the actual cows themselves. When we start the new series, obviously we're not going to have this feed mixer that we've got, which is something I'm going to be very, very sorry about, because I would really like to have that one available still. But we've got, there will be some other options, and we're not going to be starting off on a huge scale anyway. We'll be starting off on a smaller scale and we'll be building up. We are setting aside one field for growing stones. We've already decided on that, or at least I've decided on that. I don't know about the rest of you. And then after that, we will see. I don't know what the result will be. I don't know what we'll get to do. There's the bees, and it was said somewhere, I've had comments about it as well, that not only are the bees going to, we're going to be able to get honey from them, there is also an increase in crop yield if bees are nearby for certain crops. I don't know if nearby is just somewhere on the map, or if they do actually have to be in a specific location. So we'll find out about that. I'm actually really, really looking forward to that bit, because the whole bees and pollinating and everything with that is, it's just so cool that they've added that mechanic into the game. I think that's absolutely amazing. That if that is what we've got, if that is actually going to make it to the final cut, that is absolutely fantastic. So we will have to make sure that our bees are being looked after and they are part of the map as well, which I think that's absolutely brilliant. I really do. So we've just got this little bit here to do. The other one is now finished. I've put the seed drill away, and I need to... Actually, I think we've done just about everything else, haven't we? There we go, that one's done. We can turn that one off and I can fold that one up, and I will whiz back over here to the yard with this one. We can't get any more solar panels. We haven't bought any more land, so that one's not an option. But I mean, we've got enough solar panels that we should be able to generate a fairly substantial income. And with the number of cows that we now have, we should also be able to generate a fairly substantial income with our milk that we get in the mornings. That's another quite important little feature that we're going to want to get. So let's put you away in the shed over here. I really like the fleet of tractors that we're starting to build up. We've got the blue-wheeled one as well elsewhere. And this is something I'd like to do for the next series, is have something like this. I think this would look really cool. I don't know what tractor we'll use to do it, though, because the next one is being set in the US. So, like, Valtra tractors wouldn't really be something that you would have in the US, so we won't be using Valtra for doing that. I mean, yes, to start off with, we could go and look at a few different tractors and see what different options and stuff we've got, but generally speaking, we'll try and use tractors that would be more appropriate for the region. So whether we got some colour options, I don't know, because like a John Deere, you don't get colour options for John Deere. John Deere is green. Massey Ferguson generally red, although I believe that Massey Ferguson did do a limited edition black version, and that one was also featured in this game. So there is possibly some extras going to be coming in. We'll have to wait and see. Now, I'm going to put that one over to there. And what I want to do now is I wanted to find out if the manure is going 333,729. That's definitely gone up. So let's just jump forwards until 2 o'clock, and we'll see then if the manure has gone up any further. So it was 333,729, wasn't it? Jump forward a little bit. Not going forward a huge amount, so we'll just jump to there. And now we're on 336,304. So that is climbing slowly. Slowly but surely, it is still climbing. You right here, let's take that one. So I'm going to put this on to 15 times speed, I suppose, for a minute. Actually, no, we can just put that all the way up. So we got these 3 bales here. Now, I don't need to be putting those in as feed. It would be better if we could put these in as bedding. 60,000 litres worth in those 3 bales right there. So it would definitely be better if we could put them in as bedding. And probably the best way to do that is to simply break them on the trailer and then go over them with our forage wagon, pick them up, and then put it in for the cows. We do have the stuff that we've got in storage there as well, so we can also go and use that. Run this up through here. I love that noise. I will never not love that noise. I'd really like to see that. So, have I popped some straw there, and pop some straw there, and pop a bit in there? It's not even taking off 4,000 litres on each one. Unfortunately, can't really go anywhere once I've done it. Once that has sort of been engaged, there's not really a lot that I can do. So I will skip over here. I've got 80,000 litres of milk in there. And I will go to this one. So we're on to 5 o'clock. We're on 351,000 there. I'm on 621 cows. So the cows, they're increasing in numbers slowly, and we're up to 37,000 euros. So we're going to want to boost that up a bit more. I'm actually thinking it would be better if I was to get the snowblower rather than just having this one on its own. We've got the snowblower on the front. That would probably allow us to pick the straw up a lot more easily than just doing it like that. Let's do that. Let's go and get that snowblower a minute, and then we should be able to scoop up a lot more straw. One thing that I can do, though, is I can jump up over here, and I can actually... There, I can pop open a little bit more on these bales. He says. There we go. Right, that's as much as I can pop open on the bales at the moment. And I'll go and get that snowblower, although we're end of the day right now, so before I do that bit, I'm going to go and get some sleep. 364,000 on manure. We can get some money from that. That's why I'm watching that, as we haven't actually gone and sold any of the stuff yet, but we can. We only need to take it over to the vegetable garden. So I'm going to go here, 14 hours of sleep, and that's going to take us through 10 o'clock is when we like to go and sell our milk. We're already up to 160, 170,000, and I've just hit 10 o'clock now, so it's time to go and sell. And, right, I will deal with you in a minute. This one, ooh, it's going to let me move. Is he thinking about letting me move, or is he... He does seem to be thinking about it a little bit. We're dancing around a bit. I'm sure we can do this. I'm moving. Alright, let me jump out and just try opening up a little bit on the bales. See if that does anything at all. Oh. Oh, it is shifting. He's shifting around. I'm going backwards at the moment, or trying to. I don't know if that's significant. And then I go that way. Is that significant as well? Nope. Okay. Right. Just leave that one second and go over here. So I've got 147,000 litres of milk here, which is an obscene number. And if I go there, it costs me 21,000 to move it, but I get 353,000 in total. Now, the capacity there is 800,000. So we have capacity for a lot more, but that's just boosted me by €500,000. Which I suspect is going to be close to enough to go and buy the rest. Now, we're down to 232,000 litres of hay in here, plus we got 2 million litres of straw. So we got no problems with the straw. And if we take a look at the cows in here, we've got 630. They're still on 2 hours for reproduction rate. I don't know if that increases or decreases further or not. Total mixed ration in here, we've got over 1 million litres, and that's not even close to enough. 400,000 left on the straw. Things is looking interesting in here. So let's get to you and start transferring you across. €500,000 I've got there. Now, we will end up using all of that money. At 700 cows. So we should go past 800 cows. Yes, we will. 800 cows. And 23,800. That's going to be it. We can't have any more. So we're now up to 824 cows. Move those across. There. Fantastic. And if we have a look in here, now those 824, it still says 2 hours in there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to skip this forward to 10:30. So that's just going to allow a few of the numbers to change and a few things to move around. So I'll do it to there, and now we can go and have another look. Hour and a half on new cows, and these bars have changed quite a bit. So straw, we are now getting to the point where we're getting desperate for straw. Well, we've got enough to sort of finish up what we want to do. We have at least got that. I can go and take the straw out of storage that we've got, and I don't really need to worry about it. So I'm just going to take you over there and unhitch that bit. And then I'm going to get that little snowblower going. Hook that one on the front. That should pick up everything. And then we've also got all of this manure in here, which I kind of want to try selling. We haven't tried selling any of that yet. I have 443,000. We got 300,000 litres of slurry, which I could go and get a tanker, and we could take that over and sell it as well. I'm not going to worry about that one. Not going to go and do anything with that at the moment. Not because we can't make any money out of it, just because, you know, it's rather a lot of extra work to go and do that. Why don't you fold? Oh, you are folding and unfolding. There we go. Right, so we get that one over there. And now, if I bring this one up, round this way like this, and then I'll run it down next to that trailer. That's better. It goes right in underneath the trailer and completely uncovers everything, which should allow us to escape. That being said, do I actually need to escape from here now? We've got that one working, and that does a really good job of it. So I could just come over here now and pop open these again. That one's only 2,000 litres left on the front. Right, let's not worry about that bit, and instead do this. So there's 1,000 litres on that one. That one's not even letting me do anything, so we'll go straight back to you. It is a slow process doing it like this. There's no denying that. It's definitely not an ideal way of opening up the straw. But when we've got these 20,000 litre bales, I can't really think of a better way of doing it. And not unless we go and get a mod for, you know, being a straw blower or something like that. There is apparently auto-loading feed wagons in on the mod hub, which I actually thought would be a good idea if we could have some of those. They would work quite well. They would work quite nicely. So there's 2 bales left on here. Let's try unhitching that. That might have been a mistake. Nope, that wasn't a mistake. It was actually a good idea, because now I can drag that further forward all the way over to here, and then I can just dump off a little bit more. So I got 2,000 litres on there, so that one's out, and that one is also completely gone. Drag you off of that heap as well. And just do it like that by hitching and unhitching. It's usually the best way of doing this. There we go. Right. We won't worry about trying to get any more bales at the moment. Let's go back to this one. And gather up all of the straw that we have got on the ground. And then that should be 60,000 litres in our trailer. So we can go and get a bit more out of the actual storage, and then if we're really desperate, we can go and get some of those bales over there. I'm hoping that we don't need to go and do that. I like that this one has got such a wide collection area on it. Definitely makes it a lot easier for picking stuff up. Keeping it all neat and tidy here. And through there. The only thing that I'd like to see with this one is it sort of auto-collecting bales. I think that would be really awesome if it was able to do that. If you could auto-collect bales with this one. That would just make it so much better. Because, like, if you were doing small bales, if you had a stack of small bales, that would make such a huge difference to being able to use it. If you could just have a stack of small bales there, and then you pop this one on the front of your tractor, and you run into the stack of small bales, and just scoop them all up. That would be absolutely astounding if you could go and do that. So we go in here, we've got 500,000 litres of straw. I will tip out everything that I can into this one, which is 250,000, which means we've got 2 full trailer loads in there, plus a little tiny bit extra. Yeah, excuse me, that is probably not going to be enough to fill this one all the way up now that we've got 824 cows in here. So buying straw in looks like it is something that would have to be done in order to be able to run 1,000 cows, at least to start with, until we could change things around. But if this series was to continue on, we would definitely go and get ourselves one of those auto-load feeder wagons, and we'd make sure that that one had a capacity similar to what this one does, so that we wouldn't be stuck. The last thing that we would want at this point would be having to do feeder wagon loads at 20,000 litres per load or something like that. So I'm going to tip all of this out into here, and we can have a look at that one going in there. That's going to boost that up a little bit. I guess we don't really need to go and put very much more in there. Actually, what we can do is we can start fast forwarding time again. So we've got our 800 cows in here, and it's only just gone a little bit into the day. We can get a lorry in a bit, and I'll take that one back to the yard and go and get our 2 trailers, and then we can load those both up with manure, and we can put as much as we can in there. We've got 448,900, 450,000 now, so we've got a nice big lot of manure in there. It's not quite tipping out the last of the straw. Whatever reason, it doesn't want to tip out the last, like, tiny insignificant speck of straw, and that means it kind of just leaves it there to make it seem like you've still got a bit in the machine, which you haven't. Technically, you don't have anything in the machine, but it just leaves it looking like you have. So I will go to this one. This trailer can actually be left up here. We don't need it down at the other side. We want it left up here, and then we can come back and we can use that anytime that we want. And when we start the harvest, we'll want the other 2 trailers on this truck anyway. Run down here. Something at the ranch is on offer. What are we getting from the ranch? 2,500 for oats. That would have been nice. That would have been really nice to have. Huh. Well, it's a little bit late now. We can't do anything about that. And nothing else that we can see here. So 208 at the moment for manure. Well, I'm planning to run this until tomorrow morning, so we should be able to go and get a bit more manure if we well, say we get more manure. We should be able to get a better price. The price should come back up again, because looking at we got the crop in the field at the moment with the flowers. Can't remember if this is the... I think this is second to last stage. I think we have a green stage with the seed heads after it's flowered, and then the final... I might be wrong on that. I can't remember now. Oh no. Harvest time now already. But it's mid-afternoon, so we're not going to start the harvest yet. We'll wait until the morning before we go and start the harvest, which gives us time to accumulate a little bit more cash, like I said, and also gives us time to try and sell a lorry load of dung. So let's load that one up. 500,000 litres we can take. So by tomorrow morning, we could very well have accumulated 500,000 litres at the cattle facility anyway, which would be a good thing. So I'll run you up this way. I was wondering whether I should stop at the house and just sleep the night and then we carry on driving in the morning, but no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take this on up now so that we're up there and ready, and then in the morning we can go and do our thing. Combining, I think we will go out to... We'll do this in the way... The order that we've been doing it. So we'll aim to sort of be doing the big field at the end. Whether or not we actually get that big field finished, I don't know. To be honest, I don't think that one particularly matters. Like, we're still the harvest is still ongoing, and, you know, it's a farm, so harvest could very well be ongoing. It is a bit unusual to change hands on a farm in the middle of a harvest. Normally, you would potentially agree to buy crops that are in the ground, and then the place changes hands when you're not right in the middle of your harvest. That being said, it does sometimes happen, so we can't make any absolutes. We can't make any absolute statements on whether or not such things can occur, because we know that they can. I'd like to see if I can fit this underneath the silage thing over here, because if we can unload all of the silage into this one. Which one did we use? We used this first one. There's 400,000 litres in there, and yes, I can start loading that in there. It's a little bit slow, which is why I want to get that one going right now. And if I go over this way, we go to the house like that, and then I run over here, and I go like that, and sleep. It's 13 hours of beauty sleep. I think that would be enough for just about anybody. Ooh. For a minute, I thought that was going to turn to rain, but it's not. It's just saying it's cloudy. And it's 10:30. We kind of need to not be staying here too long. It's a little bit late, really. We shouldn't be here at 10:30. It's 10 o'clock we're supposed to do this. But there's another 127,000 litres of milk that we can go and sell. It's a ridiculous amount. If we get more than 400,000 in a day, any day that the milk can't be collected, that means that we'd end up losing money. But there's 300,000 euros in there. We've got 520,000 in total. I'm going to go over here. Let's have a look at the cows. We're on 841. We're still an hour and a half on each. Total mixed ration is down to just 900,000. It's dropping quickly. So the amount of land that we've got and the food that we've got available is apparently nowhere near enough to keep up with our 1,000 cows. Especially considering that we don't even have 1,000 cows yet. We are a little bit behind on that. We have only got a paltry 841. But this should be enough now. 520,000. I'm hoping that's enough to take us to it. I'm going to take it now to around 1,000. A nice round figure of 1,000. If we have the cash here. I think we do. I'm hoping that we do. I'm really, really hoping that we do. 80. Yes, we do. We've definitely got enough. 1,000 cows, and we have money to spare. Confirm. Ha ha. I got 91,000 left over. Let's have a look in here. I have some loan, so let's repay all the loan that we have. That's all of the loan repaid, and I've still got 6,500. So I've repaid the loan, and I have 1,000 cows. I'm rather pleased about that. So I'm just going to fast forward this until till 11 o'clock, just to make sure that the cows tick along a little bit further, and then we can see what the numbers are. Quite excited about this. There we go. It's 11 o'clock. So I got 14,000 euros, and I have 1,000 cows. I get a new cow every hour and 15. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.